Hello. Finding a mentor can be one of the steps that you can take to accelerate the speed of growth in your career and in your life. This is an evolving field and there are people who are ready to mentor youngsters. Who is a mentor? Simply put, mentor is a person who has experience, who has traveled a journey, and who is ready to share that with others for their benefit. Does it mean that any person who has experience can be your mentor? Perhaps not. You will have to make your own assessment to find a person who will best meet your requirement. So what is it that you can start looking at? That's what I'm going to share with you in this video. The first point is willingness. Any person with experience does not mean that he is willing to mentor. There can be a variety of reasons, and I'm not going into those reasons as to why a person is willing or not willing. Ultimately, what you need to understand is mentoring is a commitment that the other person is going to make to help you evolve over a period of time. And that person may not be ready to make that commitment for a variety of reasons. So first thing that you need to find is whether that person is willing. Willingness means that person will be available to you at mutually convenient times over a period of time to do the process of mentoring, to take you through the process of mentoring. So first important point is willingness. The second one is alignment in values. Why is it important to have alignment in values? The simple reason is the journey becomes smoother with another person when the values are aligned. Otherwise, there will always be a probability of conflict which will unnecessarily drain energy. Let me give you a couple of examples. Let us say you are a person who values work-life balance, but your mentor, on the other hand, is highly focused on work. Do you think you will be able to work together? Do you think the mentoring process will work well? Perhaps not. Another example could be, let us say you are a person who balances people and tasks, but your mentor, on the other hand, is highly task-oriented person. And again, this will create a conflict in terms of expectations, in terms of suggestions, in terms of actions to be taken, and that will not help either of the persons. So that's why alignment in values is very important. And one of the ways to understand whether the values are aligned or not, the first part is that you need to be aware of what your values are. And then obviously you'll have to find out the values of the mentor also. And how do you do that? You can have multiple rounds of conversation, you can observe the mentor, and that will help you to figure out what the values of the mentor are. And then you can take a decision. Third important point is communication. Communication is the foundation of any process in which there are two people involved. And you must be able to understand the communication style of the other person. What he says, how he articulates his or her ideas. You must be able to comprehend, make meaning out of it, and take action on that. Only then it will be helpful. Second important aspect of communication is listening. Whether that person is able to listen to you or not, whether that person gives you space of expression or not, whether that person is able to comprehend your feelings or not, that all becomes part of listening on the part of the other person. And this must be absolutely in place for the process of mentoring to work smoothly. Next important point is area of mentoring. Any person having experience does not mean that he or she can mentor in any area of expertise. That person needs to have that specific area of expertise in which you need mentoring. Let us say you have recently taken up a role in human resources. Obviously, you will need a person to mentor you who has worked in the area of human resources, solved problems in that area, overcome a variety of challenges over a period of time. Perhaps that person will be able to mentor you the best in the area of human resources, and the same principle applies in any other area. So you must understand, you must check what is the background of the person you want to be mentored by. That is something very important. The next important point is the mentor must be a person who is ready to challenge you. And why challenge is important? Only when you are challenged can you bring out your potential. It's just like polishing a diamond. Let us imagine a scenario that the expectations of mentor are not at all demanding on your part. Do you think you will be able to rise and shine and evolve? Perhaps not. That is why if a mentor is a person who will be demanding, who will be challenging you, to keep on raising your standards one step at a time, perhaps that is a person who will be best able to mentor you and shape you into a professional that you have always desired to be. And the last and perhaps one of the most important points is feedback. Let us very clearly understand that mentoring is not a feel-good exercise. It is an investment of time from both the parties, and mentor, because of his experience and expertise, is investing more of his time and energy for your growth. That is why feedback has to be an integral part of mentoring, and feedback needs to come in time and feedback needs to be constructive. Only then you will start working to make a better version of yourself. Feedback will help you to find out where you still have areas of improvement, draw some action points based on that, and start working on them one step at a time. So feedback also needs to be assessed whether the mentor will be ready to do that or not. And when you are able to look at these 6 aspects that I've shared with you, let me quickly summarize the 6 points that I highlighted in this video. First one was willingness on the part of mentor. Second one was alignment in values. Third was the area of communication and listening. Fourth one was area of mentoring must match. Fifth one was mentor must be ready to challenge you. And the last one was feedback. When you are able to find someone who fits all these 6 areas, perhaps you must go in for mentoring from that person, and let me assure you that will shape you to become a much better version of yourself over a period of time. I wish you all the best. I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay healthy.